What's good everyone, Tikash here, welcome back to my channel where it's all horror, all the time. So it's time for part 2 of The Sinking City. Now I'm not entirely sure just how much last night's whiskey factored into my enjoyment of the game, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. It might very well live up to the hype. It's basically all the good parts of Call of Cthulhu, plus a whole lot more. Again, I made the classic mistake of having the actual game overlap the in-game chat window. Went ahead and fixed that. It's an easy mistake to make. It'll probably happen again somewhere down the road. Just, well, not twice in a row, I should hope. So yeah, quick recap. Robert Throckmorton funded an expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throckmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any expedition members, dead or alive. Throckmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove. And there I go again, smacking things with a shovel for no reason. So yeah, the game wants me to go to Throckmorton's manor, but if I recall correctly, we still got some unfinished business down at the hospital. Actually, no, wait, my bad. Yeah, I think we pretty much exhausted our options there. There's our boat. I was kind of hoping that will be marked on the map, yeah. So that's the second left, another right, another left, another... who am I kidding? I'm gonna double check as I go along anyway. So where are we with ammo? Not doing all that well, apparently. But I'm not expecting a whole lot of hassle this early into the game. Anyway.
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Wait, did I misread that map? Oh well. As long as we're still headed for the boat, I'm good. Give me a second. It just occurred to me that my chat window still isn't entirely doing what it's supposed to be doing. There we go. Overlay and everything. Hey Boomer, thanks for checking in, man. Good to have you. Is that the shovel from Little Nicky? I have no idea. You know what? I have never seen that movie because, well, chief reason being, I absolutely cannot stand Adam Sandler. The only thing noteworthy he's ever done in my book was his impression of Axl Rose, which is pretty fucking spot on, but otherwise I simply cannot stand the guy. I can't even put my finger on why. It's just, But then on the other hand, there's Harvey Keitel and Steve Buscemi, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe it evens out in the end. Maybe. Right, so is this a dead end, or can we circumvene this? Yeah, right on. Not particularly smooth, but gets the job done. Yeah, man, your wife seems to have a pretty decent taste in things. I'm not remember what she said her favorite horror movie was. I remember being on board with it, so to speak. So that's one, two, three junctions I can ignore. Hey man, don't be knocking Disney now, especially old school Disney is just all around entertaining stuff. You don't have to be a little girl to enjoy them. I'm sure it helps, but... Oh man, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but that's been on my backlog for like forever. There's quite a few comedies I still haven't gotten around to checking them out. Yeah, I know, right? It's like I know all the memes and the lines and then the Andre the Giant and Prepare to Die and what have you, but not the actual movie, no. But, I mean, my horror movie backlog is big enough as it is, and that wins over comedy every single time. Whoop. Yeah, but I mean that would be the sensible thing to do. You gotta suspend some disbelief there, mate. I'm kind of curious about the remake because I'm hearing a lot of people say it's pretty damn decent, even though they were skeptical. And I didn't really like the the somewhat humorous road that the later movies took. So, yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, seems like a solid plan. So these people all seem like suspiciously at ease given everything that's going on, but I guess that's just your usual lingering Lovecraftian corruption there.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
Guy, I was summoned. I mean, kind of. Maybe not by you, but... Hang on, what are we doing again? Yeah, that is a ridiculously large backpack, given how relatively frail our guy seems, especially. So where were we? There's the main case that revolves around the expedition, yeah. But then, the hotel owner allowed me to look through the weird notes he found in the rooms of disappeared newcomers. Among them, I found several pages from the diary of a man describing his life in Oakland. He suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened. Was he trying to avoid them? Right, so that really doesn't tell us anything about a destination. Then there's the man who died and turned into a monstrous creature, lived in northern Salvation Harbor on Moreland Road between Higgs Lane and Benevolent Tides Road. Dr. Grant from the Oakland City Hospital asked me to find out what happened there. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me now. But, you know what? Seeing as I'm here already, might as well have a look around. See if that nets us anything. Okay. Gotta say, I was expecting a bit more from a marked door. But can't win all the time, I suppose. Yeah. No, you know what? Change of plans. Let's try and get back on track here, because we've already got 2 side quests going on. In addition to the main story. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, these are just the landmarks that Mr. Vanderberg told us about at the start of the game. So that's Moorland Road between Higgs Lane and Benevolent. So Higgs and Benevolent. Oh, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? How are your map reading skills there, Boomer? Nah, they wouldn't send us all the way across the map like that, would they? Right on, right on. I'm just hoping you're doing the driving while that happens. Still looking for Higgs and Benevolent, Higgs and Benevolent. Yeah, you think they'd do us dirty like that? I mean, not a whole lot of point in Googling for a map, since again it is a randomly generated city. I can only assume that the enemies get more dangerous and do more damage as each district opens up. Oh wait, that's a Higgs Inn. No, it's a Higgs Lane. Higgs Lane indeed. So Higgs Lane, Benevolent Tides, Moorland Road. Oh man, I lost it now. Right, so there's Higgs Lane, Benevolent Tides, Moorland. There we go. So it would have to be somewhere around here. Ah, god damn it. It was right there in the description all along. Northern Salvation Harbor, damn it. Focus, dégage. Get it together, man. but doesn't seem to get any more specific than that. So it's gonna be a bit of a chore after all. Right, so boat. Now I know there's one parked just behind the manor, docked or moored, whatever you want to call it, but I want to try and see if I can find my own one. Just in case they get destroyed or disappear or something along the way. And it didn't despawn, it's still there. So that's good news. Oof. Man. That is quite a ways to go. You know what? Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difference between this boat and the other one. You know what? We're just gonna do a bit of sightseeing. Because I'm expecting quite a lot from the environment and the city itself. If you haven't seen the tech demo on how they put the whole randomly generated city layout map thing together, do recommend you check that out, because they actually base it on existing architecture from the period and what have you. It's sort of like a 4-minute watch, I want to say, from the top of my head. Good stuff. Oh, hey Boomer, you didn't miss anything, mate. I'm just making an ass out of myself, trying to navigate. Emphasis on trying. But yeah, no dialogue or story clues or cues or what have you. It's all good. Do a barrel roll, maybe, even. Yeah, see, the bad news is, apparently, this is the game's idea of flooring it. So, unless there's any upgrades for the boat down the line, and not counting fast travel points, of course, this is about as fast as it's gonna get. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting a Fast and Furious type of affair from a game like this. The speed of smell. You would be surprised, man. You don't know me very well, do you? Yeah, that explains a thing or two. Alright, let me go ahead and check the map and see just how much of a buffoon I made out of myself. Actually, I'm pleasantly surprised there. So, yeah, not to spoil anything, but I do know that the game actually has you dive at a certain point in the game, which I'm really looking forward to. Because, especially for those of you somewhat familiar with Lovecraft, you should know that the water is something less than hospitable. Oh man, just when I was about to say, you know what would be cool? Street signs. Street signs would be cool. looks like I got my wish. Oh, nope. Don't want to be doing that. Why is this looking like a dead end? This was not supposed to look like... Oh, man. Yeah, I guess I could have seen that coming. Maybe. Ah. Damn it. Don't tell me that that was a fast travel point all along. Oh well. Better be a boat on the other side. That's the, pretty sure that's the poor bloke I smacked round the head with a shovel, accidentally for no damn reason, last night. Sorry again about that guy. Not really, I was trying to interact with him as in like talk, and then I accidentally hit the wrong button. And yeah. He took a shovel to the face. So as to not put too fine a point on it. But he was pretty mellow about it. Alright man, good to have you. Have a good one, and you know, depending on how my evening goes, maybe I'll catch you in a few hours then. It's a weird looking spire pillar thing there, but the game is not letting me look up any further than this. So I can't really make out what's going on there. Can't help but notice things are starting to look a bit monotonous. But I guess suitably drab is another description for it. Got anything for sale, guy? No, never mind. Judging by the context of that bag, I changed my mind. Right, so here's the marker that I somewhat arbitrarily placed on the map all by myself. That still doesn't tell us where our guy lives. New fast travel point. Let's go ahead and try and find out just how those work then. So it's the compass, icon, star, cardinal direction thingy going on there. Hold to fast travel. Right, okay. Okay, that's good to know. So that's what the icon was leading us to, the fast travel point. And not anything investigation related per se. Again, suspiciously little going on here for a place that has a mark on the entrance. So apparently you can't enter mind's eye mode when there's enemies close by. There's quite a lot of them actually. Maybe let's not do this right now. So what happens if I remove my custom marker from the map? Oh, that's not even something I can do, apparently. So either the guy we're looking for was hiding in one of these places, or it was adjacent to the submerged part of the street. Nope. Can't climb this. No, no way of climbing this. Nah, I'm straying too far already.
Stop it. Damn newcomers. Stop it.
Nope. So if I read these signs correctly, all this up ahead isn't even Moorland Road anymore. So why would anyone talk to me? You know what? I'm just gonna chance it. I'm gonna try and see what I can find by boat. Ah, man, I'm being an idiot again, aren't I? Between Higgs Lane and... Again, it's right there in the description. I really gotta start paying more attention to these. Yeah, better pour myself another drink. Because that did seem to help my acumen last night. I may be biased here, but yeah. Damn it, I can't believe I missed that. But yeah. So there's Higgs Lane. There's Benevolent Road. So... this is where we want to be. This must be the place. not real. Go away. Actually, I'm only like 90% certain of that, so... Whoa, whoa, nope, nope, you're real, alright. And so are you. Don't you be spitting at me, you nasty son. Wow. Is that all it takes? Really? Man, our dude is fragile, isn't he? Oh man. Alright, let me seize that moment to close the curtains a bit further, because it got just a bit too much sunlight coming in for this sort of thing. Give me a second. Do excuse me. Don't smoke, kids. Oh, hey, Mariposa. Good to have you again. Yeah, I'm afraid I did. I'm afraid I did. Yeah, I just got spat to death, even. If you can believe that shit. So, at least we got to keep the bullets, or we got the bullets back that we expanded in the process. But, bad news is, that's still only 4 bullets. Only the Good Die Young. That is such a great song. I've been into Iron Maiden for, I want to say, like maybe 15 years plus now, but I only gave the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son album a decent shot relatively late, and man, that song just blew me away. So, maybe let's not purposely seek out those slimy, spitty bastards. Unless there's 3 of them instead of 2. Not doing myself any favors here. What about the, is that supposed to be like a chest? I'm not sure what's going on there. So do I try and run past these guys, or... Don't you be coming after me now. Don't you do it, you sack of shit. So can I maybe craft anything out of the things that I've been finding without the need for like a workbench or whatever you want to call it? Doesn't look like it. Wow. That was quick. So I'm thinking maybe let's do another side job that nets us a few bullets. Meaning a lot of bullets, really, before going back there. So what's our other case again? Hmm. Mark the places where they happened. I'd better take a closer look at the map again then. Yeah, this is kind of weird because the main case is instructing us to meet up back with Robert Throckmorton, and then when I get there, he doesn't seem to be inclined to talk to me. So, what did this guy mark on his map then? No, I did not complete those. That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out here. Because, I mean, like, when it says he suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened, what did he mark them on? Place on map. No, that ain't it. That's just how you manually put down traces and clues and what have you. Which, I mean, I guess is good to know. Just not exceedingly helpful right now. You know what? I'm gonna go back to this hospital and see what else this guy has to say. So apparently you can't travel to fast travel points from just anywhere. It's only from point A to point B. I mean, I guess I can live with that. As long as you don't run into any spitty body type fuckers. Anytime soon, that is. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit more context here. Can I climb this? No, I cannot. Get out, leave now. It's a bit late for that, isn't it? Oh, wait, yeah. We're not there yet, my bad. So we need the phone booth. Wherever that is. then you fast travel, yeah. So I'm slightly worried about that, what's going on with that main quest. How it tells us to go talk to the guy, and then the guy doesn't want to talk to us. I'm really hoping I'm not running into a glitch already. In fact, I doubt it, but I'm just a little bit paranoid after my previous gaming experience. Not naming any names. Right, so let's go over this one more time.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
For God's sake, I was going for a dialogue here, not a one-liner.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again, no sir.
Well, lesson learned.
Scratch me. Please, please, just here. This itching is driving me insane.
Nope, I'm good. You look like you can perfectly well take care of that all by yourself. Man, I would hate to wake up in the middle of the night and having to go pee in the dark in this place. OSHA is gonna have a field day with that one. What's going on with this sconch over here? Ah, that's just a record player. Nothing to be seen here. Move along. Wait, didn't I go here last night? Perils of drinking on the job, people. Can't carry any more already. Damn. I guess it really is time to find out how the crafting system works then. And of course, can't carry any more. Damn. Nah, been through all this. Padlocks, that just leaves combat and diving, which is not very relevant. Ooh, yes it is. If you are crouched, hostiles are less likely to detect you, which I guess makes sense. I just was not aware of that. Some enemies have unique abilities that may come as an unpleasant surprise. Yeah, try getting flamed in the face. Ammo and supplies are scarce, you don't say. And then there's diving, but I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. Yeah, Mary, that's actually a good idea. Finding a merchant or smith to trade stuff. Can I call you Mary for short? I mean, it is a bit of a mouthful. But, still, gotta find a merchant first, if there even is such a thing in this place. And this takes us back to where we already were. I see what you did there. I guess that's very situation and context dependent. So yeah. Crafting. I'm gonna need to find a workbench of sorts. Hang on. Hang on. Right, so for some reason, don't ask me why, this is just an assumption. I would just figure that all the like grayed out documents with the exclamation marks were clues that I had not unearthed just yet. But it turns out that's your, like, existing evidence material to go by. So what does that tell us about the main quest? Because as I said, I went over to see the guy. He didn't want to talk to me. Meanwhile, Robert Throckmorton gave me a key to the expedition's headquarters. It is in northern Coverside, at the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. So that's Asher and Hubert in Coverside. There's our Asher. Hubert. Between, he says. You know what? I'm just gonna mark this corner. Oh yeah, it is a crossroad. Right on. What about our boat then? I mean, I guess it is our boat now. See, I wonder if it just marks boats that you've already discovered and left behind, or if there's more strewn about. I mean, there's gotta be, because I'm seeing a lot of dead ends over here. You know what? Let's just go in and try that out. Yeah, see, that's another one right there. Ah, so the map just designates the whichever boat is closest to you. So yeah, this might not be a very productive playing session in terms of story progress, but I'm learning a lot. I mean, my main gripe with Call of Cthulhu was the, I don't want to say hand-holding, but just how linear it was. So, yeah, looks like I got my wish. So this isn't quite where we want to be. Yeah, it is. Hubert and Escher Crossroads. Guess this is the place. And wouldn't you know it?
Guess I don't need the key.
Ba-doom-tsh. That's some CSI bullshit right there. Now all I need is for him to put on his sunglasses and for The Who to go, yeah! So, dangers of diving. Divers with the bands can suffer from numerous symptoms, including pain, impaired movement, nausea, vomiting, and disorientation. Acute symptoms can occur within 10 minutes of servicing and include paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, confusion, or words coming out all weird. In other words, pretty much the side effects of your average Dutch cough syrup. The paralysis and numbness can involve several different parts of the body at the same time. A little bit of foreshadowing there. Yep.
Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Oh, let me guess. No more room in inventory? Can't carry any more. Oh, of course, we made an exception for alcohol. Hooray, game. So where is my inventory anyway? Because apparently that means there's a maximum to a certain type of item you can carry. Inventory, here we are. Ah, and there's our crafting system. Ignore the side effects list. Nice one. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in the whole tutorial and how to play thing going on here. I mean, I shouldn't have to be digging through menus to find out how crafting works now, should I? So, first aid kit. I'm gonna want me another one of those. And I'm wondering what the difference is between these types of guns, like damage-wise or maybe accuracy. I don't know. So that's .38 pistol rounds versus .44 40 cartridges, which I want to say is what Dirty Harry uses from the top of my head, but it's been a while. So which one is the more expensive ammo type, like ingredient-wise? That would be the revolver. So let's go with quality over quantity there. Yeah, that was basically my avenue of thought. I mean, bigger bullets equals bigger holes, pretty much. Unless you got the whole mushrooming hollow tip thing going on, but no, we're just arguing semantics, really. H. Doe, anthropologist. The Oakland University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries about the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history book of humanity. Now, Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so, shed light on what may yet be to come. Kind of pleasantly surprised that I didn't refer to them as Eskimo there, you know, this being a Lovecraft game and all. But then again, I'm no historian or an anthropologist. I don't know when the word Eskimo came to be, even. Gunpowder shell casing. See, now we're getting
saw
somewhere.
another shell like it.
Oh. How to protect. According to our data, the places with paranormal activity have a strong, previously unidentified influence on the human mind. We have prepared a list of solutions, including meditative practices and a bunch of sedatives. Supply. Why did I say bunch? It's not even remotely close. A supply of sedatives to prevent cases of madness among the expedition members. I highly recommend discarding all those charms, amulets, and religious symbols which are of no use, and applying these scientifically valid methods of protection instead. H. Doe. That's right. Empirical evidence, bitches. That's how I roll. So, I'm wondering what's going on with the radial blurred vision over here. I'm not in mind's eye mode or detective mode. So I'm thinking there must be something nearby triggering insanity. But then at the same time, I'm not seeing a decline in my insanity meter, which is not even showing up at all. So I might just be overthinking things. It is, well, not in this instant, but there is like a amnesia-ish sanity mechanic in place that I know, which is pretty much a Lovecraft game staple. You spend too much time around monsters or looking at weird occult shit, it starts draining your sanity. It might affect your vision, coordination, health, depending on the game you're playing. I'm not even sure what the consequences are in this particular case, but short answer, yes.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Right, so let's have a look at our Mind Palace, which I don't care what you say, I will forever associate with the Hannibal series. No clues, which is weird, because I could have sworn we were on a side case there. So that doesn't really leave us a whole lot to work with, does it? Unless Robert Throckmorton would accept the absence of expedition members as an icebreaker. Only one way to find out, I suppose. So there's his mention. Let's put a marker right there and make our way to the boat. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to make of the whole sanity thing, because it does drain when you're in mind's eye mode, but at a very, very slow pace. Whereas earlier in the game, I just had my guy inspect a crime scene and he was already putting a gun to his head for no seemingly apparent reason. So that's just something else that we need to find out along the way, I suppose. So yeah, let's have another chat with Forrest Whitaker right here. I mean, Mr. Throckmorton. Oh, I can't stand the wailing of women. This wasn't here last time, so I take it we're making some progress.
Touched him up well.
Yeah, it's like I don't really want to disturb you at this particular time, but then again, I kinda do.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
Oh, for God's sake, how are we ever gonna progress this thing then? Really? Right, so let me try this out. X for pin evidence or unpin evidence. What does that do on our map? pin evidence. And the signal icon is still there. Well, that's a major head scratcher. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Now, I don't recall coming across any dead bodies in that place. You know what? Let's delay that a bit, because meanwhile we managed to scrounge up a bit of ammo. So I'm feeling a bit more confident taking on those flaming bastards. Wait, hang on. Where's our note on where the mutated guy lived? All right, let's go over this. Oops. Slap the mic there for no reason, really. Dr. Grant from the Oakman City Hospital is interested in wild beasts. He believes that by studying these creatures, their origin, and their habits, we'll be able to reduce the number of citizens they injure or kill. He can't leave his patients, though, so I agreed to assist him with the field research for a price. Dr. Grant asked me to visit a shop in central Salvation Harbor on Windheim Street, south of Polaris Road. Even before the flood, the man that owned it was haunted by monsters in his dreams. He may know something useful about those creatures. I should ask him about it. Finally, maybe we can actually get some dialogue going this time. So, Central Salvation Harbor, Windham Street, south of Polaris Road. Salvation Harbor. There's our Polaris Road. And Windheim. Right, so let's go ahead and mark that. Makes sense to travel from this fast travel point, which means that first we need to make our way to this one. All in all, I gotta say, it's starting to look a lot like getting around. It's gonna be pretty time consuming, which is all well and good while the game and the city and the environment is still fresh, but not sure how much fun that's gonna be in the long run. Oh well, I'm getting ahead of myself now. Let me just go ahead and borrow your boat there, Mr. Whitaker. Don't mind if I do. You know what I'm really liking about this game so far? There's not been a single goddamn tentacle in sight. I mean, there's a few blatant references to existing stories already. But one thing that a lot of games and other derivative works do is just slap a bunch of tentacles on something and call it Lovecraft inspired, which is kind of missing the point. So it's being relatively subtle about its, you know, DNA, if you will. Looks a lot like another Spitty boy. And I'm gonna go ahead and assume they're a lot more easy to injure when they're in corporeal form, instead of that whole ethereal face transition-y thing they got going on. Will you just fucking die already? I don't have all day. And just when I was about to say I'm just gonna make a run for it. God damn it. You know what? In this context, I don't mind my guy being this frail. Because again, Lovecraft is supposed to be all about average Joes stumbling upon shit they really have no business knowing and paying the price. You don't get to take a rocket launcher and fuck things up in this universe. So maybe let's try and take a different route. Unless this is one of those upscaling things where enemies appear more often and stronger as you progress throughout the game. Oof. Apparently they didn't leave our compass marker intact, which kind of pisses me off. So there's Polaris Road. Let's just mark that and take it from there. Actually, looks like we can bypass the boat ride altogether, because there's a fast travel spot right there, which should take us quite a bit of the way, actually. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Phone booth, phone booth, phone booth, phone booth. Just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and see if the Mind Palace offers anything new. Not just yet. So, boom. So that's a left and then a right. infested area. Please don't give me any shit while I'm in the boat. With no means to defend myself, that would really sour my mood. Right about now. I was gonna say we're on the right track, but apparently the right track leads us straight into infected territory. Yeah, I'm not super excited about our ammo reserve right here. So that's Windheim Street, south of Polaris Road. So that's a little ways to go after all. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Just minding my own business. No reason to be a cosmic eldritch horror or anything. Let alone follow me. Right, so Windheim Street, here we are. Any markings? Not that I can see. Oh, facing the wrong direction, apparently.
Damn newcomers.
And that's our cue. This is how you know shit's gonna go down in a horror setting, where you got that harpsichord, xylophone kind of thing going on. Case in point. That's right, run away. Okay, so you're a land squid that can shoot ink into the air. That's novel. I respect that. I mean, not enough to not shoot you, but that's a novel touch. Yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and use one of those.
Seems after
health
visiting
packs.
Dr. Grant, the shop owner preferred to self-medicate.
Hey, I'm about to self-medicate, dude. It's pretty much calling the kettle black, no? Here we go. No, stop hitting things, Tikash. Just take a careful look at it.
Seems after
Tell us
visiting
what you
Dr.
think.
Grant, the shop owner preferred to self-medicate.
Alright, so the screen is going all wobbly and distortion-y again. Which means I'm probably not out of the woods just yet, as far as supernatural fuckery goes.
Those bloodstains would definitely attract wild beasts.
The dreams returned again, even stronger than before. I feel those things touching me, crawling, leading towards my warmth. The doctor is a Dane obsessed with his theories, but who can help me? I'm losing my mind. Today I woke up and one of the creatures was under my blanket. I smashed it on the floor and stomped it until it stopped moving. But it was no more a dream. It is real. Neither coffee nor cocaine work to stay awake. Kay helped me. Twice I've almost fallen asleep, and they appeared again. I mean, I don't mind pulling an all-nighter every now and again, but I'd much rather it would be on my own terms. Rather than Mr. Squidface ruining my shit. Yeah, cellar sounds like bad news, but I don't have really that many options going for me right now, and there we have it.
I don't think he's going to tell me much about those monsters.
Or you think? How very astute, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and craft the shit out of those right now. It is not Kaboutetje. Thanks for joining, by the way, mate. Good to have you. I want to say, usually I'm not that bad, but I guess images speak louder than words. And yeah, no. Where are we, ammo-wise? So that's 4 rounds left. In the weakest gun we've got on hand. Which is not very encouraging. Dude, just come out already so I can pluck you in the face. I can see you draining my sanity meter already, you sneaky little sack of shit. Ha. Joke's on you, I just found like a bunker's worth of ammo, you piece of shit. CSGO, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I'm way past my prime, but I want to say I was pretty decent at that before it was CSGO. I was maybe 20. 19-ish or so, I want to say. Back in when it was still a Half-Life mod, as opposed to a full-fledged standalone game. But yeah, I can totally get how this is not a an advertisement for my lead skills, so to speak. Dude, how did you... You know what? This isn't gonna do anything. gameplay wise, but I'm just gonna smack you around the fucking head with this shovel out of general principle. Just gotta let it out. Gotta let it out. There you go. That's enough for now. Ooh, so that's one single round we're left with, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh, fuck me. Okay, now it's shovel time in earnest. Get your fucking hentai looking face out of here. Man. Tougher than they look, aren't they? So that's a grand total of 0 rounds left right now. On the flip side, didn't lose any health. But what? No, don't be doing that resurrecting bullshit on me. Don't be some fucking regenerative mutant piece of shit on my time. You can fuck right off. Yeah. So where were we? What were we doing again? Visit a shop in Sato Yada Yada on the corner of your mom and your dad, even before the flood. He may know something useful about these creatures. Oh, we're supposed to find a man alive in this place. Wow.
I don't think he's going to tell me much about those monsters.
Yeah, I guess this would be our guy. We showed up just a little too late. The disturbing dreams you complain about may be the result of the Helminth infestation. What's a Helminth? Your description of the creatures you see and feel while sleeping is reminiscent of those parasitic forms of life. I recommend you follow the recipe below to prepare an ointment of my own devising. This should ease your symptoms and help you get rid of any and all parasites. Oh yeah, no, game, by all means, don't be telling me anything about sad ointment or anything. So, Guy, if you're still around, mate, tell me the truth. Do you at least smack down that card I gave you all the way back with some regularity, at least? Let's not go into details, but still gives me a chuckle retroactively. Yeah, but apparently this is not where we want to be. That's an old clue right there. Shop owner's notes. Hang on, let's have another look at the Mind Palace. You fucking what? Okay, sir. Who are you and what have you done to the real Kai? All jokes aside, where do we go from here, though? Ah, right, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Just, you know, beyond 95 responsibilities, don't forget to nurture your inner nerd from time to time. So I guess we're pretty much back where we started, in that we are severely under-equipped to be dealing with the affected guy's house. So what's the alternative here? Let's have another look at the main case, for one thing. You know what? Just from Robert Throckmorton being unwilling to even grant us an audience, I want to go ahead and say that we did not quite exhaust what was going on in that previous location just yet. So let's give it another try. What was the description again? Northern cover side of the crossroads of Asher and Hubert. Must have missed something there. Northern cover side, crossroads of Asher and... yeah, there we go. Compass mark. Let's go ahead and find our boat, which shouldn't be too hard to do in this case.
Quit staring at the cover. Get the truck out of here.
Nah, but dude, I worry about you, man, Kai. I mean, there's no way you can squeeze like a half an hour in for a game of Magic the Gathering. It's not fucking Warhammer where just setting the game up takes like an hour. I mean, not trying to knock Warhammer here, which is a pretty cool hobby in and of itself, but fuck me if it is not one of the most time-consuming hobbies I've ever come across or participated in. I mean, I'm pretty thankful for Games Workshop putting out as much video games as they do nowadays. If you'd asked me 5 years ago, I would be all against it, just out of general principle. Because it's not the real thing. It would be just a diluted version of the whole tabletop aspect. But now, I'm just like, yeah, give me some Total War adaptation and be done with it. I mean, I always like the painting aspect a whole lot more than actually playing the game. And on top of that, truth be told, I couldn't stand the crowd that it typically attracts. Talking from personal experience here. Wow, that's a lot of goodies. And that tiny ass IKEA side table. Let's go ahead and see what we can fashion from that. Oof. That's somewhat disappointing. At least tell me I can get at least another first aid kit out of that. There we go. You know what? Let's go for another one. Ah, yeah, so. Back to the business at hand. Wait, are we even in the right place? Because I'm not detecting any spooky boys so far. I can't take any more of this. My heart is breaking when I look into the hungry eyes of my family. They are still trying to smile, saying that someday this horror will end. But I know the truth. I think they also understand this. There's no salvation. I've stashed a bullet for each of us. There's no need for them to know what I'm going to do. Goodbye, my beloved. I hope you'll forgive me. Fuck me, that's grim. Yeah, nope. I mean, I was wondering about spooky boys, but I'm feeling severely under-equipped for this type of shit right now. Yeah, no, priorities are good, mate. Always keep your eye on the ball. I mean, at the end of the day, it is just cardboard bullshit, after all. But, yeah, congrats on the driver's license there. You know what? I appreciate the constructive criticism, but I want to say the issue is not so much my aim as it is the scarcity of ammo. And it may be a revolver, but I've only got 9 rounds for this fat fuck right here. Which still sounds a lot like a mere BB gun anyways. I mean, you seen this shit, guy? You see the shit that I have to put up with? That's no rounds left right now. Oh yeah, you can yank my chain all night long, daddy. Just maybe not right now. Fuck, so I guess we're back to square one. Or, square 0.5 maybe. Now where were we supposed to scrounge our shit? Casebook, you're being all blinky there, like you've got something new to tell us. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's try and focus on the other side case we've got going on here. So, this city, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I cannot stop myself from walking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor. Near the crossing of Fitz O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road, it came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. It itched badly, and my face... I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road crying until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. You know what? Being out of ammo and everything, I want to say this is pretty much our last resort. Yeah, I don't even want to bite off more than I can chew, really. Let's try and do this in the chronological quote-unquote order. Says the eastern part of Salvation Harbor, the crossing of Fitz at Old Church. So, Salvation Harbor, east. Octopus Avenue, how very apt. So there's Fitz O'Callaghan Street and Old Church Road. And mark that. Alright. Time for a quick bio break, people. Give me a few minutes. Be right back. Right, so, where were we? Okay, so, smoke's at the ready. And here we... I want to say here we go, but I'm... I was having a hard time interacting with the boat, even. But yeah. One thing that I just noticed is that all these enemy encounters... I mean, I do keep getting resurrected again and again. But it still takes a toll on your health meter. Apparently. Hang on a sec. I mean, I like to tell myself I've got quite a keen directional sense. You know what? Just before we head back into the lion's den yet again, let me go ahead and administer another one of these health kits. But don't just be fucking stabbing yourself like an emo. Just hold it down and administer that shit already. Really? That's the best health boost I'm going to get out of a... Are you kidding me right now? See, there we go. That's more like it. Oh my sweet Jesus. I fucked up, didn't I? I was injecting antipsychosis all along. Yeah, that's very counterfeit indeed, Mary. Fuck me sideways. You know what? Call it cheating, if you will. I don't care. Because it's really not. But I refuse to be punished on the grounds of just a simple misclick or mistaking one item for the other. Oh god. Oh god. The game actually saved that, didn't it? Well, fuck me with a fork, so that leaves me with no antipsychosis drugs and just one first aid kit. Well, isn't that swell? But you know what? I'm not gonna let that discourage me. I mean, as early into the game as we are, I can't imagine this would make like a huge impact. We're probably gonna scrounge plenty of ingredients along the way. I mean, it's not Fallout, I know, but still. We'll get there. So where are we in terms of navigation? No, stop hitting things. See, this is what happens when you run out of antipsychosis medication. You start trying to hit boats with a shovel. for no reason. Nah, it's true. Laugh all you want, but case in point, QE fucking D. Let me go ahead and check my brightness settings real quick, because I know there's like a day and night cycle thing going on, but still. Looks like my gamma is below average, actually. So let's leave that alone, after all. Right, so, casebook. Near the crossing of Fitz and Old Church. Which is exactly where we are right now. So let's see what we can make out through the mind's eye. I'm not seeing any peculiar markings so far. Although this is an unusual sort of pride parade. But I digress. So yeah, Mary, you're American, right? And I want to say Oakman, Massachusetts is a real place. Correct? Because just out of general curiosity, I'm wondering if this is like any sort of accurate throwback to the 1920s, I want to say, is when this takes place. Near the crossing of Fitz and Old Church, it came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. Yada yada, until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. It does look it. Well, props to the development team then. Dude. Do you mind? Like, why are these guys beating the shit out of each other in the middle of the street and then going back to collecting fucking potatoes, tomatoes, levitating tomatoes even? You know what? Maybe let's just not get involved. I mean, that's a thing as well, isn't it? But all jokes aside, let's look for some clues and markings and entrances and fucking what have you. Right, Oakman High School even. Well, I guess that solidifies it then. was your answer. No town, you say? Could it be that it was like an actual town at one point, but it's not anymore? Just spitballing here. Man, I hate being right all the time. In the honorable words of Jeff Goldblum, of course. Boston is real. Yeah, I know Boston. No, but Boston is like a major thing throughout all of Lovecraft's work. I want to say that's where Arkham Asylum is situated, which of course is the basis for the whole Batman mythology. Arkham Asylum. Now you've got me wondering if Arkham Anything was an actual, factual, historical thing at any point whatsoever. But yeah, focus, Jaffa. Again, crossing of Fitz and Old Church. The crossing of Fitz. I marked the shit out of that. You're not. Oh. I mean, I didn't ask. Not offense taken. Although, I guess, technically speaking, any American archives are in fact Dutch archives. When you go back far enough. So there's a marked door, but also a marked wall, which I do not remember encountering before. Let's try to inspect the absolute shit out of this. And that's not giving us any clues. So, in we go with 0 ammo again. Oof. And this is sort of hurtful, and that is a very much recycled environment. We still got the, again, we've got the propped up lifeboat with the same stack of boxes leading up to the attic again. That's not a great fan of recycled assets. But, you know, I'm gonna try and look beyond it just as once before it starts being a, you know, a deciding factor. Also, Arkham is fictional, after all. Glad we got that cleared up. But that just intrigues me all the more how it became part of Batman mythology. Sounds like a lot of Spitty boys are screaming in my general direction once again. Game, you and I need to sit down and have a talk, because if I go someplace to find ammo, to deal with Spitty boys, you do not throw more Spitty boys at me where I'm trying to find ammo. For fuck's sake. Got me fucking cornered even. Nope, I'm just gonna try and nope the fuck out of here. Can I climb this? I can climb this, in fact. Thank fuck. Oof. Man. Yeah, I know Salem's a real town because you got the witchcraft persecution, you got the Stephen King novel, you got the who's the O'Neill we're talking about here? Batman O'Neill. Who's Batman O'Neill? Dennis, I've never heard of the guy before. As much of a Batman fan as I am, I don't recall that name. But yeah, back to the game. Seems like I'm still fucked 6 ways till Sunday. Because like I said, every time I go somewhere and try and scrounge for ammo to take out the Spitty Boys, I find yet more Spitty Boys. So back to the casebook we go. So here's our second note. The visions are testing me, playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today, to the eastern streets of Coverside, and the visions came on the corner of St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt I was alone, forgotten in a locked room, hungry and frightened. I was so scary to stay inside, but everything was much worse behind the door. Something scratched in the corridor, and there were terrifying screams from outside. I could not run. I could not hide. I just waited for Mom to return. Damn. So what's going on with St. Elmo there? I mean, I admitted as much during my playthrough of Agony, but I'm not a biblical scholar by any means. I do know a certain track by Brian Elmo, who's pretty much the godfather of techno and ambient music as we know it, which is St. Elmo's Fire, I want to say. Volcano? No, it's St. Elmo's Fire. I'm trying to figure out who St. Elmo is and why they would name a Sesame Street character after him. But yeah, that said, the corner of St. Elmo and Kingsport on the eastern street of Coverside. So where's fucking Elmo then? Erasmus, patron saint of sailors. You trying to tell me that Elmo is like a nickname? Still not seeing any Elmos here. That's weird. I was gonna say Erasmus was a Dutch philosopher and humanist above all else. But alright, they anglicized it, yeah. But then again, it's a long way from Erasmus to Elmo. Like, how does that even work? So where were we? So we're still looking for the eastern streets of Coverside. Elmo and Kingsport. Elmo and Kingsport, Elmo and Kingsport. Christianless heathens, as they should be, as they fucking well should. But yeah, no jokes aside. I want to say that it's kind of an inconvenience gameplay-wise, because I'm just so used to games dropping like a compass marker here or there. If not a fast travel destination outright, but yeah, no, I want to say the detective-ish authenticity just overrules the inconvenience. Because like I said, Call of Cthulhu was just click from point A to point B and fucking get a vision thrown right in your face and be done with it. It was just more of a formality. I'm really feeling a lot more engaged with the whole investigative aspect of the game. Meanwhile, while I'm making excuses and everything, I'm still not seeing an Elmo. Where's my fuzzy, furry, ticklish, red little buddy? It is Coverside, isn't it? God's sake, game, you're gonna make me not only triple check, but quadruple check. Eastern streets of Coverside. Elmo, Kingsport. That I can work with. So truth be told, I got my easts and wests mixed up once again. So there's an Elmcroft Street, which is not quite the same thing. There's St. Elmo. Here we go, which is nautical. All the way down. We've got a Lincoln, we've got a Colony, we've got a Tower Street. Kingsport. There we fucking go. Finally. Mark that shit. And then where's our boat? Oh, wouldn't you know it? It's like 50 feet away. Right on. And I'm shuffling the water upside the head for no good reason. Okay, so Mary, there's good news and there's bad news. I appreciate you educating me on the run, because I was explicitly asking for it, but the chat window only allows me to see like the last 5 sentences of whatever it is you copy and pasted. So, pacify the region, but did not expel the Franks, who continue to be fearless pirates along the shores at least, until the time of Julian the Apostate, when Cillian Franks were allowed to settle as feud. I want to say feudician. Maybe your sentence got cut off there. Oh, that was Kai. Kai, I appreciate your input, dude. I deny everything. Well, you weren't involved, were you? I mean, you know, between us two Dutch, we were involved in plenty of scummy shit throughout history, as it is. So, yeah. But then again, I appreciate the effort, and anything that involves pirates gets an extra mark in my book, really. Also, watch Black Sails if you haven't. That's right. The entire 4 or 5 seasons, even if you're not familiar with pirates, even if you were not aware that pirates were your thing, watch Black Sails, and also stop slapping rowboats with a shovel for no goddamn reason. Life pro tips here, people. Pay attention. Yeah. No, but really, fucking Black Sails is, if Hannibal is top 3 of all time, Black Sails would definitely make top 5. Shut up, phone. Stop distracting me from fucking eldritch monstrosities.
Find something you like.
You know what? I'm half tempted to slap this guy upside the head with a shovel for looking even remotely as Ash-ish. But I guess that would be like 2 decades ahead of time. I don't know. Might just be my Dutch senses tingling here. You know what? Just for shits and giggles. And make a run for it. Just because I can. Looks like I cannot, because for some godforsaken reason I cannot skip this fence. So let's head back and kiss his boo-boo and... Oh, no, he's shooting me now. Let's not kiss his boo-boo. And focus Jaffafa. Was worth a shot though. Is this any good street food? That looks a lot like a fucking gold bar sandwich. Think I'll pass. I like my teeth. As they are. Thank you very much. So where were we? Trying to get to the cross section of Thingy and Thingy. stop slapping boats, Tikash. I should really talk to someone, shouldn't I? I mean, apparently on some sort of subconscious level, boats just trigger something within me. Oh. Looks like I deviated from the path already. And I was supposed to go the other way.
Stop it.
For God's sake, game. Oh, you just learned my ancestors were pirates. Are you familiar with the concept of Dutch people in general? We owned that shit. I'm not saying it's a point of pride in particular, but yeah. Fucking East Coast's, whatever you want to call it. No, but genuinely, at some point, we objectively, factually ruled the entire goddamn planet, trade-wise. Not counting the, whole slavery business, which is still a black page in our history. And we've been relegated to some tiny-ass country that for some reason stereotypically likes windmills and clocks and putting up dikes and not much else. But yeah. Back in the day, my ancestors were players as far as geopolitical stuff goes. Which is not where I want to be going in particular. But yeah. That said, still getting the feeling I'm not making a whole lot of progress here. So we are between the streets of Elmo and Kingsport, I want to say. And there's the spice trading, obviously. You got your cinnamon, you got your coconut, you got your whatever. But yeah, it's complex in the way that even retroactively there's being shame being called upon the Dutch people in a broad sense. Which I guess is fair. I mean, you don't get to name streets after extortionists, slavery driving, racist, fucking what have you. All I'm saying is the Dutch mattered at a global scale at some point or another. I'm not aligning with everyone or their mom. So Elmo and Kingsport. let's make a 180 and try that again. Nah, because trust me, we as a people traded a whole lot more than spices, and it's not something to be proud of. And it's time for supernatural fuckery once again, it would seem. Got my trusty shovel right here. Doesn't seem to be doing me a whole lot of good. You know what? For everyone who may be watching, I've got a solid 2 hours plus of gameplay in, I want to say. How about we call it quits for tonight? Give that a try tomorrow. Again, thanks to everyone who joined in or who may be watching this retroactively. Appreciate the support and the interaction. Have a good one and a good night for now. I guess I'll see you around next time. Bye for now. Ciao.